There has to be some way of moving this junk so we can get into the hole. There's a strap tied around it. Maybe that's what's keeping everything in place. Yes! I can see a hole through the gaps in the metal. We have to move this scrap out of the way somehow so we can get down there. As a great philosopher once said, consider, wherever you go, that's where you will be. In this case, he'd be gone, along with anything else I threw in this hole. As a great philosopher, consider, in this case, he'd be gone, along with As a great philosopher, consider, in this case, there's the knot and the rest of the tie-down strap. Maybe I can untie it and that will solve the problem. Here's the knot in the strap, but it's too tight to untangle it by hand. There's some room underneath the scrap, and the hook fits in too, but I can't get anything out. Yes! I can get it off with this. Damn, these metal pieces are too caught up on each other. It might fit through the lug. Yes! Excellent! Now around here, and over here, and tie it together. That should do it. The strap has been pushed through the lug and is tied around the bracket, safe and secure. I'll put it under here. Let's see, maybe it will roll on this cylinder. Damn, the pole broke. Anyway, it's done. There's a drop-off a few meters here, and then we're in, C.O.R.E. Almost. I can't attach anything here.
I cannot find any other entrance apart from this hole. The rest of the station is solid.
Can you scan the cave for any dangers, C.O.R.E.? But, stay on the ceiling, just so nothing can attack you.
NEV, mechanically expendable Vanguard. On its way.
So, what's down there?
There is a giant dragon lying on a pile of gold, and he has a cold. Sorry about that. It is safe. The room is stable and appears to be connected to the station. No significant life forms detected.
Good. I can't attach anything here. We can wedge this part in, and the strap is secure. Yeah, that works. A roof over my head. Unbelievable. I was really worried about what today would bring when I woke up in the morning. This is almost exactly what I wished for. I mean, it looks just like I feared it would, but whatever.
I agree. As long as we can find a water supply, you will be able to survive here for a while.
We might find one inside the station. You said the signal came from in there, right?
Correct. This door is the only way inside. It is made of titanium and is not very thick, but you will probably not be able to open it manually due to its weight. You need electricity for its gear mechanism.
We shall see. But this door isn't as much of a problem as the mother of all doors up there is.
My psychological subroutines find this comparison to be very odd. Do you always conflate size and power? What was your childhood like?
Just turn off these routines. What's this hole for? It looks like it's bottomless. Hello? Echo!
A drilling hole for the mining of substrate samples. Small amounts are transported up these holes in order to specifically drill for mineral deposits. I assume this area of the outpost was constructed first. The machine above it can be replaced by a mechanical drill or a suction tube to either loosen or remove the materials. In certain cases, employees have to climb down to carry out specific tasks. The IMC's Industrial Safety Guidelines state in paragraph 924 section 2 that such tasks may not be carried out without the correct safety equipment.
I don't need paragraphs to tell me not to do something like that without a good reason. Some bars that might lead us to the station's interior.
No, these bars are part of a ring-shaped air exhaust system. The outlet is somewhere outside of the station. With this fusion generator, the room can maintain its own energy circuit. A security system, in case any human or other biological life form has an emergency in the drilling shaft.
Well, we've already got our emergency. C.O.R.E., is it really safe?
Of course, it is a small version of a standard fusion generator, roughly the size of an average washing machine.
Okay, then let's put this fusion in spin cycle. Ugh, come on! Yes!
Hey! Good boy. Brainless machines.
It's still working! I never thought I'd be happy to hear the ear-splitting noise made by a machine like this. These thick cables lead down into the shaft, probably to power the lamps and other stuff down there. These thick cables lead down into the shaft, probably to power the lamps and other stuff down there. It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. What's this device?
A robot arm with a universal mounting for drilling equipment. There is a magnet beam currently installed. It can pull in magnetic objects and repel them. That way you can transport them and retrieve metal from the ground. These are ore samples that were mined here.
There are crystals inside one of them. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, I can't move them an inch. They're also rock hard and solid, I can't break anything off. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, I can't move them an inch. They're also rock hard and solid, I can't break anything off. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, I can't move them an. They're also rock hard and. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, they're also rock hard and. There's a strange attachment lying around here. I'll take it with me. That's a special attachment. It has 3 spokes to grab screws with.
What? Come on, open up! You've got power, what else do you want?
Oh, wait a moment. I see. The emergency power supply only powers the machines and lights in this room. All doors appear to be locked by an alarm protocol that belongs to the station's main system.
So what else can I do? Use a crowbar? Some bars that might lead us to the...
No, these bars are part of a ring-shaped area. This room is the drilling station. The machine on the ceiling can utilize multiple attachments. It is currently equipped with a magnet beam which loosens parts from underground and transfers magnetic metals to the surface. Workers can climb down the sides to manually retrieve non-magnetic sediment from the ground or to carry out repairs. It looks like this room has a self-contained power supply system. Would you like me to fly into this dark, obvious, menacing, apparently bottomless hole?
Well, yes.
There is a lot of metallic debris on the ground, but nothing else of note.
This beam attracts magnetic objects and suspends them.
You can move it with the console.
There were some magnetic metal parts in the hole.
Iron scrap pieces that I took with me because they're magnetic. Maybe I can turn them into something useful.
Looks like there's nothing magnetic left in the hole. Finally, we're getting power from the generator. Finally, we're getting power from the generator. We have power, but the door is locked from the inside. Seems pretty sturdy, even though there are fist-sized cavities and it's not very thick.
This method of construction with braces and cavities was designed by computers to save on material costs while guaranteeing the same level of stability.
This makes it easier to pull on it, but I still can't open it. It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. It doesn't work, but this beam should be able to grasp the door, right?
Correct, Tessa, but the door is made of titanium, which is not magnetic. Probably one of the reasons why rooms such as this one were built with non-magnetic materials was to ensure that the magnetic beam would not be operated incorrectly.
So, to protect us humans from ourselves.
Biological life forms are never perfect.
It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. If I put it in the cavities between the struts, it might stay. Yeah, looks good. Damn, the metal wasn't stuck on well enough. It just got pulled out. I'll take it with me. We have power, but the door is locked from the inside. Seems pretty sturdy, even though...
This method of construction with braces...
This makes it easy. We have power, but the door is locked from the inside. Seems pretty sturdy, even though there are fist-sized cavities and it's not very thick.
This method of construction with...
This makes it easier to pull on it. Just sticking it in won't be enough to keep it in place. I'd better put on the helmet.
If this does not work, we will not be able to remove it again. Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's going to work. Trust me, C.O.R.E. The welder is out of gas and nothing more than dead weight now. Core, do you have any final objections, hints, or prayers you want to share?
No, my calculations indicate a relatively high chance of success. I will not disclose the exact number so as not to worry you. If this fails, however, it could ruin the entire mechanism and jam it forever.
And you think that would not worry me? Okay,
Unpleasant, but unavoidable.
let's go. Real beauty.
The high probability was correct. Statistics don't lie.
Neither do physics. Yes, a way inside. Finally. What is that? Mark? Hey! Stop! What the? How can he? Where did he go?
I am not registering any signs of life.
I saw something, a shadow, the silhouette of a human. He ran away.
I assume my sensors are somewhat more precise than your eyes.
So you're saying I'm imagining things? Well, the situation is getting to me, so I guess I can't rule it out. Stay positive, Tessa. We did it. We're in. That's something, at least. There's nothing going on here in the station. Where did the signal come from, Core?
From this direction. Enhancing location. There is a light source up in the command center.
You're right. Let's go. Maybe I was right after all. Hello? Nothing. No light. No person. Not even energy by the looks of it. Damn it!
Your heart rate is too high, Tessa.
Keep my heart rate out of it. I'm allowed to get upset about all this crap. What is this all about? We both saw the light, Core. It was up here, no doubt. And now I'm here, and there's nothing? No power, no source of light, nothing. What the hell is going on here? And the signal. What could have been sending it, Core?
This is definitely the source, but I cannot find any electricity in the vicinity, just the generator we started.
What was it then? 11 hedgehogs and a hamster wheel? An average-sized toucan with a megaphone?
Both of these theories are probably incorrect.
Sorry for getting so riled up, Core. I mean, it's not your fault. So you've lost the signal and there's no power here. Nor are there any signs of life from anyone. Or anything. Are you able to tell us more about the outpost now?
Yes, this is an independent drilling and research station. Judging by the condition of its building materials, it was probably built 20 to 40 Earth years ago. I could find all details in the database. But I have a theory now what kind of planet we are on and where it might be located.
Well, let's hear it.
Visualization initialized. I have the slightly disconcerting suspicion that the station is not close to any inhabited planets. These are almost always incorporated into designated trade routes. They have an alternating crew of more than 400 people, as this allows for the transportation of large amounts of necessary goods. The station we currently find ourselves in, however, is autonomous and small, and its regular crew could not have encompassed more than 40 people. I assume that it was part of a research program which erected stations such as this one at the edge of the known parts of the galaxy. Ships are sent to these stations in regular intervals of more than a year, as long as they are in service. In the meantime, the stations function autonomously. At some point, they are abandoned once the borders of explored territory shift.
But there must have been some kind of communications channel for emergencies.
Indeed, but direct interstellar communication is too slow. It could take months for a signal to reach another planet. These stations help themselves, they have no choice. However, IMC ships regularly fly through these areas to pick up any signals. If necessary, they can help or relay information to headquarters. There might also be trading or exploration ships from other companies that could receive signals from here, long before they reach any inhabited planets.
So that means, if we transmit a distress signal, it's more like a smoke signal on a lost island at sea. Not like calling emergency services via landline that will be there tomorrow.
Correct.
So, reaching someone will take time, but it's not impossible. As soon as the station has enough power, it will keep us alive and can continuously emit signals to the transport routes so someone can pick us up.
Correct.
Then let's do it.
Good. The power supply comes from an incineration plant in the station's west wing. We received a signal from here, so the communication systems seem to be intact.
It's nice how both of us are just ignoring the fact that the signal shouldn't have existed, just like the light. But okay, we should just be glad that we noticed it and we're here now. Now we just need power.
The outpost's main control room. The consoles on the left side are used for communication inside and outside of the station. Processes like drill depth, garbage incineration, and door locks are supervised on that platform over there. The devices on the right side are used to control air and water, and you can also access mission databases and authorizations. This whole room is connected to the incinerator's main energy supply. Some repair work was started on these electronics but never got finished.
They obviously never finished the work on this cable shaft. There's a hollow, sturdy metal cylinder here full of holes. Some kind of cable duct, I suppose.
This is the communications console with which signals can be sent to other planets or through space.
That's our way out of here, as long as we can get it powered up.
Correct. Once the incinerator is providing energy, we will have access to the database where we should be able to find flight paths close to this planet. Then, a signal will only be a few button pushes away.
Good. Well, better than nothing anyway. Let's keep working on the incinerator then. Once we've got to it, that is. This console won't help us without power. That's strange.
What do you mean?
The cables. The station is overgrown, but that doesn't tear out cables.
This console won't help us without power. It all looks so beautiful from up here, as if the outpost has just become one with nature. It says medical ward on the door. It's locked, and I can't see any way of moving it or reaching the mechanism. It says medical ward. That's no use. That's no use. It's not screwed in, but welded onto the shaft with thin strips of metal. It's connected to the shaft with metal plates. I can't just cut them off with scissors. You can adjust the width on this. Nothing helpful. The cables. It won't move. Ugh. But it's open just a crack. Looks like someone tried to keep it open with a metal plate. But it didn't work like it did with the other door there. A metal bar was stuck in the door to keep it open.
If I calculated this station's procedures and automatic systems correctly, then there are various, specific, manual steps executed by humans necessary to achieve this outcome. Usually, the security system would open this door. There must have been an emergency lockdown while someone was holding this bar in place, analogous to the locked door by the drilling room.
Oh, compared to the control room, this place is full of random assortments of outdated technology. Apart from this robot arm, nothing really belongs here, I think.
In self-sustaining facilities, it is not unusual to adjust the equipment according to the given conditions, as long as the people in charge know what they are doing, or they have a core.
I can imagine. A gas burner with 2 tubes, both of which aren't connected to anything. I'll take the shorter tube with me. There are some elements and materials written down here. The robot can be moved using these wheels, but only down here, even though it should be able to stretch upwards.
That is probably only for maintenance purposes and to be able to get it out of the way if it cannot move on its own anymore.
I don't think it'll be useful to me anywhere, so I'll just move it back. C.O.R.E, that looks like a 3D printer.
Correct. This machine can turn virtual models into reality by applying liquid synthetic materials and metals layer by layer and then hardening them. How do you know that?
I remember I did some research into this topic. My long-term memory seems to be working at least.
But it needs power. I'm sure this display is used to control the mechanism next to it. A coffee machine. What a surprise. This console won't help us without power. A workbench full of trash and signs of wear and tear. That's what every DIY enthusiast dreams of. The only thing left inside here are a cable, a kind of nozzle, and a lot of screws. Oh, lots of cogs. This has to be the robot's mechanism. A robot arm that seems to be able to move around along these rails. But what does it do?
There are boxes stored in the ceiling. This robot arm is the only way of reaching these and getting them down.
I don't think it'll be useful to me anywhere, so I'll just move it back.
A multi-purpose room. It was originally meant as a storage room, but now it contains multiple computers and a kind of workshop area. There are wheels attached to the wall that can be used to move the robot. However, it still needs power in order to be extended. We are also going to need power here. Tessa.
Yeah, you're right, but I can't find any mechanical way of opening them either. It's all solid as rock. behind this is the incinerator plant that powers everything, right?
Correct. Also, the vehicle hangar. According to my data, the doors should have an emergency mechanism with which you can manually open them. We only need to find the access point.
I can't move it. It's held on by some screws. A bit rusty, but it's working. Yes, that looks like a manual mechanism.
This does not conform to regular standards. There is a cog missing.
A cogwheel that is held in place by a nut. This is the main entrance where we climbed through the hole under the junk, right?
Correct. But just like all the other doors, it needs power to open.
Lots of cogs in varying sizes and shapes. I could get out the cog up here, but I don't think I'll need it.
A multi-purpose room. There are wheels at...
They're attached with nuts, not with screws. Gas burner. The tube is... It's empty. The tube attachment to it isn't connected to anything. The crack is just a few millimeters wide because there's a thin metal plate stuck in it. But I can't get my fingers through, and I can't grab the plate either. It fits, but instead of moving the door, it just got bent. The crack is just a few millimeters wide because there's a thin metal, but I can't get my fingers Nope, too wide. a spray nozzle that sucks up liquids and vaporizes them.